Welcome back. Escape episode 2. Let's get to it. So, transparently, it's been a little bit since the last recording, just like Hardcore. If you're a fan of that series, we got started really early and then the grind on our main account kind of took over. So we lost some insurance. It's been a little bit, but we're jumping back in. We're going to keep this solo playthrough going. So thank you for being patient with me. And thank you for being here as part of the series. I do appreciate it. So two things really quick. So we're going to jump in. We're going to try to do a little bit of both this episode. I'm going to actually start off with my scav run, I think, just to see how we can do. But a couple of things I want to get done. We want to keep working towards debut. So we went ahead and a pretty well-known item is that the shotguns that you need for debut can actually be purchased. They do not have to be found in raid. Typically at the very start of a wipe, it is very hard to get these. You got to get them on a reset once you get Jaeger, which is why like getting the letter and getting Jaeger unlocked is so important. We ended up purchasing these. Interestingly enough, there is a trade for buckwheat, which I just realized at the end of my last recording session for Hardcore. So I'm going to be keeping my eye out for this. This is actually a good one. Buckwheat, I don't know what else it's used for at this point, but this trade is really, really good. And this is actually a pretty solid trade to get a 133 shotgun here in the future. So we'll look at doing that. So we're going to just jump in. We need to kill a handful of scavs to keep going with debut, but at least that's opened up and we're knocking on that door to get that done. So from that point, what I'm going to do, and this is just typically what I do as well, so just sharing a few additional tips, is I like to load my guy up and make sure that we have plenty of space in order for a scav run. So we're going to jump into a scav run here. I think I'm going to go interchange. That seems to be a favorite of mine. Just remember, if you do this to make space, don't accidentally queue your PMC, because then you'll take a bunch of stuff in that you need. But interestingly enough, we have a 133 shotgun on our scav. I should have looked. But we can use this for gunsmith if it's in decent order. And it looks like we have a pretty decent scav build out. So we're going to head to interchange here. We'll see what we come up with. We'll see in the right.
EP located.
All right, and we are in here pretty quick, which is really nice. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, well, we're gonna want to try to survive this one. How much time do I got here? And we're in pretty quick too. Okay, I'm gonna go look for some food items that we need. See if we can find any of our Amelias at least. And then we'll kind of run back here. Seems like there's quite a bit of Shootin going on. Grabbing some food items isn't a bad idea. I check there now because I found a Bitcoin there. Like very early on in the wipe. Always check these. And I really want this labs key card. That'd be big. It's so hard to tell like what's at you and what isn't at you. Gonna need little Shankas. Take the mayo. Croutons? Yes, let's go. Okay, need those. I think this is herring, which is also be big. Wash is good. Don't need salary. Big Tarkola though. Some juices. Back we don't really need. Is that a little Tashanka? Okay. Little Shanka? Nope. I grabbed it anyways. So, on these runs, especially early, definitely looking at just making some money and also seeing if we can essentially find some things that are going to be useful for us. Shankas, these herrings. Amelias are obviously a quest item. And then, in my opinion, you don't need to push these too hard. I think what I am going to do is I'm going to rotate back towards Idea. All is really good. That face mask is pretty sweet. It's pretty sweet to find. And we just really want, at this point, I just want to also try to find at least a handful of the barter items that we need. Things like that. In order for us to get some of our upgrades going. I don't really need the water is just kind of like a nice find. The hard part early is you're gonna find a lot of stuff that you can't absolutely put to use. And it's important to have kind of a priority on what you're trying to get done. For me, make money, hideout progress, and task progress are the big things. A lot of stuff falls into that, as I realized. I said that out loud. So it's kind of what do you want to do right away. Early hideout progress, I feel like, is really, really important. But that's different for everybody. Some people don't care about the hideout. I think on a solo standard account, the hideout benefits, especially things like... Oh, that's really good. We're going to drop basically all the meds so we can take this. Toolkits are really expensive right now. We need a lot of them. When this has been hit already. They didn't take the bolts. It's good for us. I'm surprised this was hit. That usually is one that kind of gets left alone. But early hideout progress, especially on a solo standard, you know, on a standard account, is big. Because the benefits are really good, right? You need to focus on it. You need to get a lot of stuff upgraded in order to do things like stash level 1 or level 2 to get yourself some additional space. That truly is and should be a pretty big focus, but you can offset that by, you know, purchasing cases and getting some things opened up there. I don't know. I don't really need this. I don't think I need the Tarkola necessarily either. Kind of heading straight to this. Don't want to do... I don't need the mayo, but I definitely want this. Thermite, pretty expensive, actually. I saw a cricket later there. I particularly do not want to push the PvP. I have a lot of good stuff. So in lieu of going towards that, I'm going to do get a quick peek there. And I am gonna go underneath and around. The shotgun is almost perfect for Gunsmith 1 as well, so we'll see what we can purchase there. That's a wrist T helmet. Oh my god. Alright. Doing that. And I'm assuming I'm not gonna need the extra slugs. So wrist tees have been added to the pool of loot this wipe, especially with the recent changes. I am recording this after a bunch of the changes have occurred. Key changes, there's just been a lot. It's very interesting. So we'll kind of see how it impacts. Kind of how it impacts play. We get a chance to take a look and see how the changes are going to impact the start of a wipe, as a lot of this stuff did not happen, at least for a little while, as the wipe was progressing. Especially some of the big key changes, like some of the keys turning into one-time uses. I took that wrist tee because I'm pretty sure it's going to vendor really, really well. And we do not need the propane yet at this point. You can find meds on this box, and I have found a Salewa there before. Keep that in mind. Nice. We got a little pistol action. Bada bing, bada boom. That is a nice one, and we will take it. Let's go. Beautiful. We're looking real cool, too. That's nice. That's a good scav run. Pretty quick, pretty easy. We got a just a good haul here, to be honest with you. A lot of stuff we'll put to use. Pack of armor we can certainly use. A lot of good things for us to sell. And we're in business. All right, so I started to kind of organize a little bit and realized that this is something I actually want to show. So we're going to go through this right now. We took a couple of the barter items that we had. We threw those to the side. We're going to use some of those for some upgrades here in just a second. Again, we are going to hang on to the pack of armor, so I ended up repairing that. We do have an armor repair kit, but we need workbench level 1 in order to use it. So I just paid for this with what we have. The other thing that we want to do is I actually do want to repair this shotgun. I don't think we're going to get it to a point where it will be usable. It's going to be very close. The nice part is we have a lot of the items, the GKO2 and the cylinder already. So we're in pretty good shape here. If we have to buy another one and then sell one, we can do that to get Gunsmith. So we'll look at maybe building that here really quick. We're going to hang on to most of these items here, these barter items, certainly. And then I also want to hang on to a few of the food items. One, from the perspective of having some food. Two, we also have our quest item in the Amelia's there. So let's go ahead and get those turned in. That saves us, which is very, very nice. So we got one of those complete. And then I'm actually going to utilize this vest to go along with our pack of armor. I'm going to go ahead and sell a handful of items. So my philosophy on this is you definitely want to spread this selling of items around. You want to try to work towards getting to level 2 of the money spent with each of the traders really as quickly as you can inside of their level of expertise without shortchanging yourself on money too much. You're going to notice that I took this wrist tee for a reason. It sells to Rackman for 123,000 rubles, which is really awesome. We also have some options to get some money spent towards our rep level with other traders. So for instance, this glorious mask and This Risty Skier will buy. These are certainly options. Skier ends up typically being one that's a little bit harder to get some early game money spent with, because he just really doesn't buy a lot of stuff really good, right? He's kind of on the lower end of the trader, so we want to be smart with him as far as what we're looking at. We could also sell a handful of things to Peacekeeper here. He's one that, again, you can get to level 2 just purely by spending some money and getting some level ups, which is really, really nice. So what I think I'm going to do here is actually sell the Glorious Mask to him. We want to keep getting some rep. I am going to utilize Ragman to buy this just because the money is, it's just too good. We'll then use Jaeger to sell all of our melee items too, and potentially a handful of other things. I'm gonna get rid of the vodka and this. I guess we'll keep the juice. We'll hang on to the juice for the time being here. So that was some good rep buildup, if you will, and we're also gonna hang on to this labs key. The nice part is we found this pistola, which we can certainly use for our future pistol kills. We need to go about doing that and get a few more things. I don't think we need Pax Ceramic at the moment. We have 2 alls as well. I'm going to hang on to those. Arguably, you could get rid of them, but we'll get the Pax gone. Jaeger is another good one that we want to get upgraded. So I want to take a quick look here. And I'm actually curious to see if we can do this MP133 build, because this shotgun has the 6-round tube on it and has just about everything we need except for the pistol grip, which we can purchase this pistol grip from Mr. Jaeger. Let's see if we can get this built. Okay, so as I took a look at it, I believe I actually do need the foregrip, the custom foregrip, because I got to put a tactical foregrip on that in order to meet the requirements. So that's okay. No big deal. We are almost there, which ends up being pretty nice. And we're going to look for a hard drive, actually, because you can early on make the barter trade for it. If I can find it, I'm like probably literally skimming over it. Here it is. Hard drive, in order to be able to get these 133 rails, and then we can use, I believe, an RK6 to put this together very, very early, which we will want to do that. So we'll look out for that. But with that being said, let's go ahead and let's jump in to our first PMC raid. And I think, taking a look at our tasks here, acquaintance, we have gunsmith, we have shortage, we have debut. I honestly think doing a little run on woods is probably where we're gonna go, because I have a strong sense that we should have a pretty good luck at getting a few of the things that we need. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna outfit, we're gonna keep working, and we're gonna work early with our sniper skill. I've done this typically. You need to level up snipers to level 3 to get through Tarkov Shooter Part 4, which typically can be a sticking point for a lot of people. So what I'm going to look to do here is actually try to do that. I'm going to take a little bit of meds, nothing super crazy, things that we can all easily get rid of, and it will just essentially help to keep us alive. But I'm going to do that. We're going to go in, we're going to look for our Iskras. We'll jump in, we'll look for our Salewas, and we'll see what else we can pick up, in addition to trying to take out a handful of other scavs. So to woods we go. Here we are into woods. So this isn't a bad start. We can take our time here. We can get pushed by players from this location, essentially on both sides. You know, also unfortunate part is I don't know that we're gonna get scavs too quickly here. There's a lot of potential PMC interaction. So I'm going to try to get to ZB14 here. Just see if there's anything that we want to grab inside of that. We might get lucky enough to have a couple of scabs spawn. We need 3 more for debut. So trying to get that done would be ideal. My mind's playing tricks on me. I could have swore I saw some movement over there. Probably just... like, somebody can be in here already. Okay. And then as we go here, we're obviously gonna focus on trying to make a little bit of cash. I wish I could take both of those things. We are definitely gonna take the golden star. Did I hit that already? Yeah. DB14 is really good if we can get our hands on our key. We do want to try to level up here pretty quickly as well, so... Did get lucky with a scav spawn. This is like just barely a better rig. I'm gonna take it, obviously. She would have had a backpack for us. That would have been nice. So since we did get that scav spawn, I'm just gonna run back this way. See if we got any more over by the cottage here. Hop in. I think we're getting hits here, which is good. Hate pushing scavs at this cottage. There's 2 down. This guy has a gazelle on, I think. And I zeroed it, of course. I almost have to take it. We don't lose a whole lot. Swapping out our P.A.K.A. The only trouble ends up being is if we run into any player action, we're very squishy. Because I hit this guy 3 times in the chest with LPS and zeroed this armor out. Oh. I heard another scav. I don't see said other scav, but I did hear one. Where are you at, bud? This is dicey because I don't want to peek out too much. I'd obviously like to get him just because then... Definitely sounds like some player action. Sounds like an SKS and probably right there at attachment hut. There's a guy right there. That's a PMC. Stay on the ridge for me. Stay on the ridge. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try it. There he is. Oh, he just got owned by somebody else. This guy has got to be on those rocks over there. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure we hit that guy and then he just got dunked on. Oh, there he is. There he is. All right, we're gonna wait for him to loot it. Nice, son. Oh. Out of LPS ammo. I'm gonna pull the S mark back down, just cause. We definitely hit that guy, that first guy. Alright, we're gonna end up probably, hopefully not with the same fate here. Hopefully there wasn't two over here fighting and shooting and looting. Oh. Make sure that we have some chest protection. Let's see what else he's got. Ooh, definitely want that. Is this a full one? No. Awesome. Okay, I heard a scav. Bunch of fighting over here. There we go. Debut is done. We're gonna take more of a straight line at this point. Or was this scab right here. So maybe just trying to get out of here now. This lead's really nice. And PS ammo, also solid. Oh, this guy can have that back. Go this way with it. I want to secure the Gazelle. We have the Amelias, so we got a little bit of quest progress. We got debut done. We got a PMC kill. This is shaping up to be an alright raid if we can make it, so make our way out. And we might be able to stop by Medfob and see if we can get lucky with anything else that we might need there. Maybe that 2 PMCs are down, which is good. Definitely coming into the high traffic area though, so we essentially need to get across the beach here. Oh, we're gonna give this guy his scope back. And we're gonna get rid of that too. Our being able to grab a horse early is really good. One of the big trades we want to be able to do as soon as we can from Therapist is for the docks case. So getting a lion, getting a couple horses, getting a cat statue is going to be really important for us. All I'm doing here is checking across because I'm going to run the beach to try to make my way out of here. Just don't want to get caught. Anybody basically trying to snipe. And I'll have to do this in 2 sprints. Hopefully nobody's over there that I didn't see. Where I'm specifically looking is right by those large rocks, the farthest set away. Here's the hoping nobody's in here. And just hold for a second. Just listen. Looks like we might be in luck here. Alright. Well, I'm going to ditch the armor just because I want to be able to make space because it looks like this is pretty well unhit. Really don't need the schmog. I don't need this. One of a handful of Siluas we need. There's an Iskra. We only need 1 Amelia. Pretty low on food and drink here, so... See if we can get some more luck here with the meds. Syringes are great. Okay, not bad, not bad. Like dead scabs, so somebody has been here. Just gonna drop this for the time being. What I should do is look. This looks like it has PS ammo in it. I don't really need the mags, but we'll hang on to the rounds. Do the same here to make some more space. It's a good space saving technique. We're going to primarily use the Mosin if we need to. In an emergency, we'll switch to the AK. One little special trick you can do is you can use something like Sprats to increase your energy but lower your hydration, and then subsequently drink something like this and get your hydration back. And you gain a little bit of metabolism on both ends. I really don't need these shotgun shells either, so. PP ammo pack's pretty solid. STM, PRS. There's a 133 shotgun. God dang it. Okay, we're getting pretty late into the evening here. Big Tashanka. Really good. About 20 minutes. At PMC here. Like there was a big firefight here. Man. Relatively easy decisions there because we're going to prioritize the barter items. Ballbacks are really good. Nuts we need a ton of. Fire clean, just a solid item. And we get one of those. Wow. We can buy that, and that is not that important. This would be a moment that we would really want to think about just leaving. We have a lot of stuff we need. Did I hit this? Oh, red screwdriver too. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. Oh, and a wrench. Okay, I don't need the Marlboros quite yet. We'll have plenty of time for that. It's an analysis. We'll need those as well at some point. And if we can get these hollows. This is how we're going. There is certainly more to loot here, but I want to secure these things. This was really big for quest progress if we can finish the extraction here. As we huff and puff our way to the extract, one thing I want to talk about that's really important early is a lot of people prioritize money value of items, which is certainly important. That's one of the factors when determining if you have... Everyone at some point is going to have limited space, but when you have limited space, money value is one of the things to determine. The other thing to think about is, as you understand the game and as you understand what the traders have available to them, what you can buy versus what you can only find, especially early prior to having the flea market. You know, so we're at level 5 or somewhere around there, and we have level 1 traders. We still have some access to a few things that are useful that we could use, but we want to exchange that stuff out that we can purchase. We want to get rid of that, especially where we are here at the end of a raid. And pick up the things that we can't yet buy. Specifically, those barter items are a really good example of that. So, like dropping the S mark for this screwdriver was a solid idea. So hopefully that's a helpful tip for you. That was an absolute fantastic raid. A nice little 81.7 meter headshot with the Mosin. Infantry Mosin, carbine, iron sights. Sorry, lightning arc, had to do it to you. But kind of stole our first kill there. So I'm not saying you deserved it, but you know, we also did end up picking up our 3 scavs that we needed. So really, really good. We got 4K experience there. We didn't miss, which is a little crazy. I would have thought we would have missed, but we did not miss with the old Mosin, the old Bolty back, and we are now at level 5, which is really, really nice. That was a solid raid for us. I feel like all in all, that was one of the better raids for quest progress that I've had in a little while. So here's the beautiful part. We grab a Salewa, we grab a gas analyzer, which we're gonna need. We grab 3 of the food items that we need, and we actually complete the category for Amelia's. We grabbed some pretty solid ammo, which is really nice. We grabbed a lot of Tashankas. These are all quest items. Cowboy Hat's a quest item. Gazelle is a future quest item, and arguably pretty hard to come across, which is why that was so big. And then we grabbed just a handful of other barter items that are going to be really beneficial for us and help us with some hideout progress. So we also topped up on food and energy right there at the end. So we're going to be able to step basically right next into the next raid. And as you can tell here, I believe at level 5, have we opened up? We have. We've opened up our dailies. So we open up the ability to kill some scavies. This is a really good... This is like a really good daily quest. Decent money, solid therapist rep, some good useful items, and then blue blood, which is a solid stim that we can sell. That's pretty awesome, actually. So we do get supplier. We need the Taz. 3M body armor. We'll keep our eyes out for that. We open up a factory. Survive here. That's not too useful, although the rep with mechanic might be something we look at. And then we need anti-fragmentation glasses for this. This one kind of sucks out of all of them. So let's get some stuff turned in here, which is great. Let's get an Iskra in. Let's get our Amelia's in. We need 1 large stew. That's done. We are very close to getting this complete. Very happy about that. We're going to go ahead. We'll turn in our Salewa. Now, you could use the Salewa in between raids if you want, just as long as you don't use the full. You can literally leave it at 1 and still turn that in if you want to like purely min-max. Not going to do that just from a space perspective. We're going to go ahead and complete debut, which opens up checking and our wonderful pocket watch. And then we can also head back to Woods and hit up the USEC camp and the convoy and keep getting some progress going there, which is really nice. We pick up some decent rewards from, I would think, Purpore. Hello? Where's it at? Nothing crazy here, but Keter we could put to use or we can sell. So that gives us some options with it. Is pretty nice. And we'll stow that away for the time being. So I'm going to get organized here. What I am going to do is unload this. I'm going to definitely hang on to all of this PS ammo in our wonderful case here. Hang on to our BP. We'll probably end up just repairing this and then selling it just to get some of that rep going. We'll sell this. We're going to sell this. We probably end up selling the respirator. We'll see about hanging on to this cowboy hat, but it's just like we're so far from this task that that's a little difficult to want to do that. And again, a lot of the barter items we'll hang on to. Optobalysis we'll get rid of, and we'll do some of that stuff. Where I'm going from here is we'll do a money run. We're going to go to interchange. We'll take this MBSS. We'll grab this P.A.C.A that we had. We'll probably just run this Mosin, to be honest with you. We're going to take a container with nothing in it. I'll buy like 1 S mark, I think, and maybe a bandage in case we end up getting shot and need to fix a bleed. And we'll see if we can't go grab a hard drive to finish Gunsmith Part 1 and grab a few of the other items that we need to get this thing completed. So we'll see in that raid. All right, and in we go. An attempt to make some money and some progress. So this is an interesting dilemma because I don't know which way I want to run. I feel like we go up. And I think we'll have trail. My whole goal here, fill our backpack with things and leave. Let's see if we can do that. I believe I would be correct in saying that this is our way to get up top. I also really want to try to find a hard drive. That's kind of like major item on the list for us to get. That will allow me to finish Gunsmith, which we definitely want to try to do. Okay, so somewhat of a precarious position here. I'm gonna head this way and then back. Some military cable? Well, I mean, that's one way to start making some money. Honestly, that made me jump a little bit. Also, this is about 30k. And is a very useful item for us. Don't necessarily need that at all. There's two reasons I want to run this way. We could step back into the food, but not really too stressed about that, to be honest. The main reason I want to go back here is hit this weapon crate for an Iskra. Oh, there's our hard drive. Oh. That doesn't feel great, but I need it. I'm gonna take progress over money this time. That might be a bad idea, but here's our Iskra. Good. Instead of doing the barter trade, we're just gonna do that. That's one way to ensure that you get your quest done, is find the item that you need. Alright, we're gonna move quickly. There's like a lot of action going on. I want literally no part of, to be honest with you. There are certain weapon attachments that are going to be very, very important this go around. Things that we're not going to be able to purchase without some pretty significant progress to some of our traders. So I do want to keep an eye out for a few of those things. I'm going to pay a little bit more attention to looting weapon crates. They've moved a lot around this wipe. Which I think is good, but the issue I've always had is, like, I just feel like certain items should be available. We need the toothpaste too. I almost want to do this because we can't, again, remember, things we can't buy. I don't know if we have one of those or not. We're looking pretty good. Yeah. Double elite flyers. These are selling like crazy on the flea market right now. There was a change to the Labs keycard barter trade, which now includes elite pliers. And so these are staying very solid even after we've gotten. There's our last Iskra. I'm gonna get out of here. I have way too many good things for this. There was 2 of them as well, so I don't... Not a fight I want to take. If we would have, like, head tapped that first guy, I would have thought about it, but... Not, Not what we want to do. They also could have been scavs. They look like players. Check it out. Little pro tip here. When in doubt, go underneath. Now, decent chance we can run into some scavs down here, so we do want to be careful. Especially over here. But I'm gonna try to loop through here really quick and then just make our way out. Jesus, that scared me. We pretty successfully lost those guys. There's a couple of duffel bags that I want to hit. Really hoping we get super lucky with the last Tashanka that we need. Dang, he hit us hard. I'm gonna, very stupidly, I'm gonna check him. And those 7 mils did some work. All right. And can be scavs this way. I'm gonna get out of here. A little bit of a lesser known stash spot right here. If you look up, you don't have to jump over those. Stash right here though. Man, give me a big Tashanka. This would be so huge. Crazy part is we also found like A bunch of barter items. Let's hope our greed here doesn't impact us. Man. Solid raid. Solid raid. I am extremely happy with that. Pretty quick 13-minute raid. Not a ton of experience. We just get the one scav headshot. We whiff that other shot. But man, oh man, did we grab a lot of stuff that we need. We're going to let this just heal over time. Oh, it's free, so we'll just do it because it's free. Okay, and I would say from a loot haul perspective, that was pretty dang good. I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy. So let's do a few things. We got some quest items here. We also have quite a few barter items that we need and some things that we can sell. I'm going to sell these up front. I'm going to sell these shotgun shells. I'm going to sell the GP coin, the survival lighter. We really don't need a bunch of these scissors at the moment. And we'll look to repair and then sell this shotgun. And should be able to make some decent money off of that. We're going to sell the optic as well. The mask, the fleece. And I think that puts us in a good spot. Also the bandage too. Really don't need the bandage. But I'm like ecstatic. Plus we got this MMAC, which is just so good. I'm going to sell the repellent as well. Don't need that at the moment. So let's go ahead and sell these things really quick. Again, I want to focus on Skier and Jaeger being kind of a primary. Jaeger will take a bunch of meds. The reason you can certainly make more money selling things to therapists. So if you are truly in a need for money, sell to therapist first. She pays the best. However, if you're in an okay spot with money like we are, work on your rep, work on money spent to get to your next level, because you need to level your traders up quickly. I'm surprised he's not going to buy the shotgun. That's pretty unfortunate. So Jaeger will take your meds. The other reason I personally don't think you need to spend a lot of money with therapists is as soon as we can get to 1,000,000 rubles, we're buying this Lucky Scav junk box, which literally finishes her requirement for money spent, or it gets you 2/3 of the way there, and will get you through at least up to level 3, I think. So consider that as well. She buys a whole bunch of stuff. So let's go ahead. We'll sell the shotgun, the GP coin, and the shotgun shells to Skier. And then again, we do want to just sprinkle in some money. We'll sell a couple of things to him. I think Mechanic will actually buy these, which is not bad. So we'll sell that. Ragman, you can take our fleece cap and our thing there. And then Therapist is probably the only one that'll buy this repellent. So we'll sell that. Okay. The next thing I want to do is work on our task progress here. We're going to go ahead, throw this rail on, and then I need an RK6. I believe we'll get this done. Boom, there we go. And we are ready to turn in this for Gunsmith Part 1. So very, very happy with our quest progress here on this episode. Let's go ahead and get this turned in. Bada bing, bada boom. Some decent stuff. The best part is we get this AR-15 weapon gas block, which why this is important is ARs are going to probably be a weapon that we'll use at some point here in the very near future. This allows us to buy this and then swap out the front sight post with that gas block, and that way we don't have the front sight post in our way, which is really just like really nice. Really, really nice. Plus we open up Gunsmith Part 2 to modify this AK, which unfortunately we need a 60 round mag for, so we might have some struggles there because I don't think we have the option. Here's that gas block I talked about. I don't believe we have the option early on to do our barters for it, unfortunately. I think Purpore was the one with the barter. I think we need to level him up. And obviously we don't have access to the flea market yet because we are still some levels away. So we're going to go ahead and sell this. And then quickly, I just want to throw everything in here because I want to see what progress. Oh, I should turn in, obviously. Let's get our Iskras turned in. And now we are just one large Tushonka away from getting that complete, which is fantastic. All right, so lavatory and illumination are all ready. So let's jump into the hideout. I'm glad I took the toothpaste. And we'll finish up with some hideout progression here for our second episode. And this is going swimmingly, actually. This is going really well. So construction tape and 20K, we get security up and running. And that gets us started there. We need illumination level 1 and a handful of things. We're actually close. We just need the TP. Not the TP, the TNT, excuse me. We found a spark plug and 100K, so we're going to be spending a lot of our money here. We can throw our fuel in, and we're instantly going to turn our generator off. Nice part about that is generator essentially acts as like a fuel depository for us for a little while until we start doing anything. We also found our cricket lighter and 10K. We're going to get that leveled up, and we started our collection of light bulbs. Not many, but we've got at least 2. And then we also found everything we need here to get lavatory opened up. This is probably, outside of the workbench, arguably the best initial upgrade you can get just from what you can be able to do here. So we want to kind of push towards lavatory here because it's going to give us the option to make some corrugated hose, which we're going to need a metric poop ton of. It gives us some other options to do a few things. We can repurpose some of our pack armors if we want to do that. Initially, there's not a ton of stuff here that's super worthwhile. But level 2, which we want to work towards, is going to be where we make the money, if you will. And we can start crafting 60 rounders for the AK, which is going to be really important. Let's take a look at workbench here. I'm 1 nuts away, and then we just have to buy our multi-tool here. So we're very close to workbench. That'll be another huge upgrade that we'll look at. Oh, we also have rest space ready. So we got both of those. Let's go ahead and get those in. This is nice. Need a DVD. That was really good hideout progress early. We'll need to find 2 more matches for that. Mid station. Waiting on vitamins and some meds. And then water collector. We need some corrugated hose. We need a lot. This is usually a difficult one to get going. And then for nutrition, I don't remember. Oh, we need a power cord. We have the salt, which is awesome. And we need 2 relays so we can be able to find those. So really good, really nice hideout progress. This was a fantastic episode. We got a lot done here. Got a couple of things. Let's grab some rewards here. We actually get the AK, which is kind of cool. So we'll try to hang on to that. If not, we'll buy one later. And we'll do some more organization. Might end up selling this pressure gauge here. Just because it's not something we need early and can make us some money, but we might hang on to it. We get organized. That was really fantastic. We got a lot of quest progress done. We did not do a whole lot of work with scavs, but I'll try to record an episode tomorrow. Maybe try to grab that. That is a pretty good task. Maybe we run to factory and try to get an escape there. Task-wise, good progress. We're going to head back to woods, try to find our Shanka here. We'll also try to get search mission done. Keep an eye out for our last 2 Salewas. We already have our first gas analyzer, so we can move pretty quickly through that. And then woods is also great for finding a Taz and our 3M armor. So we'll look to do that here in the next episode. I'm going to just say thank you so much. Do the YouTube and just the social media thing. Help me out with this series. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Hopefully I've shared some good tips with you. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Flash some socials. Twitter, Twitch, Discord, TikTok. Links in the description. Come check us out. We do the streaming thing typically on the weekends. So we'd love to see you over there. Join our Discord, growing community, all that good stuff. And just thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking. And yeah, really solid episode. Got some PMC kills. Had some fun. Got a lot done. Hopefully we can continue that in the next episode. We'll see you then. Peace.